the ideal diabetic weight loss program you never knew. Hello there, and welcome again to another interesting video from us at Keto Diabetics. There are plenty of diet plans and weight loss supplements out there that claim to be the best way to lose weight for just about anyone. However, weight loss in itself is not a given by adopting any fad diets and takes many factors and considerations to be consistent over a period of time. In this video, we are going to show you how adopting a ketogenic diet lifestyle is the ideal diabetic weight loss program over the long term, and how thousands of people have benefited from it. But before we go ahead, make sure that you are subscribed to our Keto Diabetic channel to ensure you're the first to know discoveries about improving diabetic health. What exactly is the keto diet? A keto diet that is high in fat, low in carbohydrates, and high in protein. It is tailored to lose weight and aid overall health. The keto diet was originally discovered as a way to stop seizures in people with epilepsy who didn't respond to treatment. Adopting a long-term keto diet meal plan for diabetics has been proven across many studies and research spanning years to aid diabetic health, and as long as you're following it, lead to weight loss consistently over the same period. Recommendations while following the keto diet. On a ketogenic diet, the main goal is to eat few carbohydrates and focus on healthy fats. Also, you need to eat enough protein to keep your muscle mass, but not too much. Certainly, not all fats are the same. If you want to keep your heart and brain healthy, it's best to choose fats that have not been processed much. For instance, canola oil has more omega-6 fatty acids than olive oil. Your body does need some omega-6 fats to stay healthy, but too much of them can cause inflammation. On the keto diet, you can also eat butter. Grass-fed butter is usually higher in nutrients, such as omega-3 fatty acids and linoleic acid. You also have to avoid most starchy foods, but it's easy to find tasty alternatives. For example, you can use shirataki noodles or even pasta made from vegetables instead of wheat pasta. There are lots of grain-free granolas made with roasted mixed nuts that can be eaten instead of sugary cereals. You should also drink less alcohol because your body uses alcohol as fuel before fat, which can stop you from getting into ketosis, which is the ideal state to burn fat and the key to weight loss on a keto diet. Also, a lot of alcoholic drinks except beer have sugar in them. Also, because your body will lose water weight when you first start eating keto, you'll need to make an extra effort to stay hydrated. Drink a lot of water throughout the day to help your body digest food, feel full, and stay healthy overall. Having a good water bottle on hand can help. Food that's normally part of the keto diet tailored for diabetics. Seafood and fish. Fish has a lot of B vitamins, potassium, and selenium. It also has a lot of protein and no carbs. Fatty fish like salmon, sardines, mackerel, tuna, and others have a lot of omega-3 fats, which have been shown to lower blood sugar and make insulin work better. Low-carb veggies. Non-starchy vegetables are low in calories and carbs, but high in many nutrients, like vitamin C and several minerals. They also have antioxidants that protect against free radicals that damage cells. Aim for vegetables that don't have a lot of starch and have less than 8 grams of net carbs per cup. The list includes broccoli, cauliflower, green beans, bell peppers, zucchini, and spinach. Cottage cheese and plain Greek yogurt. Cottage cheese and yogurt are both high in protein and calcium. Plain Greek yogurt has only 5 grams of carbs and 12 grams of protein in a 5-ounce serving. Cottage cheese has 5 grams of carbohydrates and 18 grams of protein in the same amount. Avocados. Choose fats that are good for your heart, like avocados, which have a lot of monounsaturated fat and potassium, a mineral that many Americans don't get enough of. There are 9 grams of carbs in half of a medium avocado, 7 of which are fiber. Switching from fats from animals to fats from plants, like avocados, can help lower cholesterol and triglycerides. Meat and chicken. Meat is an important part of the ketogenic diet because it is a good source of lean protein. Fresh meat and poultry have no carbs and are full of B vitamins and minerals like potassium, selenium, and zinc. Choose more chicken, fish, and beef and less processed meat. Foods that should be avoided. Grains. Carbohydrate-rich foods and beverages include cereal, crackers, rice, pasta, bread, and beer. Carbohydrate content is high in all types of pasta, including whole wheat and the latest bean-based varieties. Cereals, both sugary and whole grain, are a good example of a food group that is high in carbohydrates and should be limited or avoided. Beer is acceptable on a low-carb diet, but only if consumed in moderation. Starchy vegetables and high-sugar fruits. If you're following a ketogenic diet, you should reduce your intake of starchy vegetables because they are higher in digestible carbohydrates than fiber. Corn, potatoes, sweet potatoes, and beets are just some examples. Fruits high in sugar and carbohydrates, like grapes and apricots, should be eaten in moderation. Sweetened yogurt. Limit your sugar intake by eating plain yogurt. Greek yogurt has more protein and fewer carbohydrates than regular yogurt. Gluten-free baked goods. Carb-free does not equate to gluten-free. Actually, many gluten-free breads and muffins have the same amount of carbohydrate as regular baked goods. They typically also lack fiber. Potential mistakes to be avoided on the keto diet. The total carbohydrate count. While you are on a diet, you should consider the net carbs being ingested. In net carb, the fibers you consume are not counted as they are not digested in the body, and so they will not have any effect on the sugar level of the body. You should still concentrate on consuming approximately 30 to 50 grams of carbohydrates during the induction phase, depending on your lifestyle. Skipping vegetables. It is highly recommended to continue with certain vegetables in your diet. Basically, you can have a big salad at breakfast, a medium salad at lunch, and whenever you desire. Hidden sugar. While on the diet, you should also focus on the sugar content while purchasing any item, because there may be some hidden sugar content in the consumable item you are purchasing that seems to be beneficial to your health. Now let's dive into the topic of keto diet and weight loss. As agriculture has become more industrialized over the last few hundred years, people have had more access to foods that are high in calories, processed sugar, and carbohydrates. At the same time, there have been increases in obesity and overweight and decreases in metabolic fitness. Lower levels of insulin secretion can be maintained through dietary restriction of carbohydrates. Adipose tissue stores fat. When insulin levels are low, hormone-sensitive lipase breaks down some of that fat. Ketone bodies are produced when free fatty acids are beta-oxidized in the mitochondria of the liver. This procedure has the potential to bring about a metabolic shift by inducing a state of nutritional ketosis. When insulin production is reduced, the body's metabolism shifts toward burning fat for fuel rather than glucose. Due to the metabolic versatility that our species possesses, we have the ability to use a wide variety of fuels. Humans have changed over millions of years to be adaptable and responsive to their surroundings, so we don't need glucose from outside sources to be at our best. Ketosis is a metabolic state in which fat-derived ketones are produced in the liver instead of glucose and used to fuel virtually all of the body cells. Glycogen depletion occurs and ketone levels rise during periods of fasting, low carbohydrate intake, intense exercise, starvation, or due to a complete lack of insulin in untreated type 1 diabetes. Hormonal activation of lipolysis and ketogenesis is mediated by epinephrine and glucagon and opposed by insulin. With minimal dietary carbohydrate, insulin is low and glucagon increases. In addition to stimulating glycogenolysis in the liver, glucagon stimulates lipolysis to release stored fatty acids from adipose tissue. In addition to forming ketones, fatty acids can be converted to acetyl-CoA, an intermediary substrate between fatty acid oxidation and the metabolism of glucose that enters the citric acid cycle and then undergoes oxidative phosphorylation for ATP generation. Through this process, fat-derived energy is generated in the liver and then shipped throughout the body to supply energy to the brain, renal cortex, heart, and skeletal muscles. Ketones can supply up to 60% of the ATP required by the body. The remainder is derived from endogenous gluconeogenesis that utilizes glycerol from triglycerides and glucogenic amino acids from protein for glucose production. One of the benefits of nutritional ketosis for weight loss may be attributed to the appetite suppressant effects of ketone bodies. In patients with type 2 diabetes, keto diet is linked to beta-glycemic control and a reduced need for exogenous insulin because ketone levels rise inversely to hepatic glucose generation. Patients with type 2 diabetes on a proven keto diet needed less insulin to achieve and maintain a lower blood glucose level than those on a typical high-carb diet. Taken as a whole, This suggests that adopting a custom keto diet meal plan for diabetics improved insulin sensitivity and glycemic control, despite the reduced amount of insulin required to achieve the desired blood sugar levels. Surprisingly, after the keto diet intervention, more than half of the people in the trial were able to cut back on or stop taking their diabetes medicine, which is particularly amazing news. That's it for now, folks. If you're looking to start making positive changes to your health and reverse diabetes for good, simply click on the link below and visit us at Keto Diabetics to learn more. If you enjoyed today's video from us at Keto Diabetics, then feel free to smash the like button and subscribe to our channel to be the first in line for our next video.